Welcome to the first and only broadcast of Full Class News. Introducing the dynamic duo of Nick Windsor and Devin Hamilton. Anchors to the stars. And also introducing the only one who can tell you to put on a coat other than your mother, Seth James with Weather. And still introducing, we have our number one man in the field, October Lara. And introducing the goal shooting, basket scoring, home run dunking sports extraordinaire, Jordan Denham. This is Full Class News Dream Team, bringing you the most factors in newsworthiness since today.
Good day and welcome to Full Class News. My name is Nicholas Windsor.
And I'm Devin Hamilton. And our first story is Nick and Amara with information about the theater company.
So I started writing and composing for Bending the Rules back in May of 2019. And my creative team has been with me since about June, and the troupe has been with me since about August. So we've been practicing for about 6 months.
Although Amara has a passion for theater, she says that after this season, she's going to take a break and focus on finishing out her senior year.
As much as I've loved being director of Classroom Renegade Productions and being director for this troupe for the past 3 years, I want to try a new creative endeavor, and that's why this is our final performance for a while, probably, because it's time to move on and try something else.
While this isn't her first rodeo, there are still a few bumps and kinks that happen along the way.
As with any creative production, we did have some setbacks, mostly people not being dedicated to the program, but we've come through like we always do. And it has elongated our season, but it's just mean that we've got to work on this longer, and we're excited about the performance in February.
This year's musical is called Bending the Rules and follows a boy named Max who enrolled at an all-girls boarding school. The comedy musical is set to be performed on February 15th and 16th of this year. Amara has written and directed 2 other productions before, called Charming and Arrow Through the Heart.
So the production of Charming, that was something that was it was small. It was a small production.
I would say the sense of community and the interpersonal relationships have gotten a lot better, rather than it just being another production and we get the work done, we leave or whatever. It really feels like a family. Like, especially a big thing last year, we spent all our time together doing everything, like making sure each and everyone had the scenes, going through it with each other. It really feels like if you don't know something, there's people you can talk to get it, and I like that.
I came back for another season because of the people that I get to interact with and the memories I get to make, especially last year being my first season. I was able to meet and become friends with so many different people, and I just wanted to come back for that same relationship, which is what I've gotten.
While her plans for the future are not set in stone, Amara would like to continue writing and working on creative endeavors.
So Classroom Renegades, the name I am probably going to be using in the future for different projects, but this specific scenario where we had a group of local students and we put on an original play, this is going to be the only time that I do this year, because I am graduating, and in the future I don't know what's to come with the name, but it won't be exactly what it is now, but who knows? I don't know. We'll see. So as director, I get to look from the outside in on all the different people who have been in my troupe over the years. And one thing I've always noticed is that no matter who it is, people always make friendships, and it's cool that the people that they meet in theater, they become actual friends with outside of theater, and that's happened all 3 years that I've done this, and that's a cool thing I get to see, that something I created makes people become friends.
Make sure to go see Bending the Rules this February. This is Nick Windsor, signing off.
Next up, we have Keonte looking into the daily life of Fort Wayne students.
Hello there. My name is Keonte Thomas. I'm here at the Career Academy at Anthony's, and I'm going to be going around asking individuals what's going on in the... Hey, excuse me, that was rude. You need filming. So I'm going to be going around asking people here.
Hey, make sure follow me on Instagram, Twitter, all that. Well, it's not, check me out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You already know what it is.
I'm going to be going around asking people here, and then that's not what's going on in their daily lives. Keonte, what's going on live in the cafeteria? So I'm here with... So I'm going to ask you, what's going on in your daily life?
Not much. I've really been chilling, but I'm out here getting this bag, getting this money, and doing what I do. Make it move.
I think you heard that, Keonte. So back outside live with you. Thanks, Keonte. So I'm here with
Devin.
So Devin, what's going on in your personal life?
Well, let me tell you. So what's really going on is school and work. Just trying to get this money. Really focusing on my grades so I can go to college.
All right, we're gonna get his angle now. Let me get out that frame. Thank you, Keonte. So I'm here at Snyder. I don't like to speak, which one this over anyway. So I'm here with Darius.
Kyler.
So I'm basically about to ask y'all, what do y'all do in y'all daily lives?
I don't really be doing nothing but play 2K or be chilling with my girl.
I chase the bag. I mean, that's a cliche answer, but I chase the bag. I'm about to get a car, everything else. I'm about to get me an apartment. But yeah, that's my daily life.
How was y'all day?
My day was magnificent. Thanks for asking. It was great.
Decent.
How was yours?
Don't worry about it.
Hey.
All right, Keonte, back there at Anthony's. What's going on at Anthony's? Thank you, Keonte. Well, and I hope y'all enjoy here with Daily Lives of Students with yours truly, Keonte Thomas. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the newscast, and we out.
You doing good with all that?
In other news, Australia is under fire. Coming off of one of the worst droughts in the country's history, the winter remains unrelenting for Australia, with a bushfire season that has caused devastation across the nation. Starting this past December, fires took a blaze on both sides of the Pacific Highway and around the Kirkanook region in Australia. More than 2,000 homes have been burned down since the start of the burning season, but human casualties thankfully have remained minor, with 10 suspected dead, 8 confirmed, and 2 still unaccounted for.
The loss of animal life unfortunately does not share these statistics. A staggering 1 billion animals have died so far due to the fires. Dozens of species are at risk of extinction, including the long-footed Portoro kangaroo, island's glossy black cockatoo, and the koala. Currently, Australian officials are airdropping vegetables from helicopters to feed those animals, lucky enough to have survived, but who now find themselves stranded by wildfires.
Additionally, the U.S. is sending more than 150 firefighters and wildfire specialists to Australia to fight the ongoing fires that are still devastating the Queensland and North South Wales regions.
Theories rise on how these fires started. Experts are saying it's due to a risk of levels of CO2 warming the planet, while others theorize it is because of a natural weather phenomena known as the Indian Ocean dipole. It has also been said that these wildfires might intensify and contribute to future climate crises.
Good luck, Australia. Our thoughts are with you.
Now we have Seth with the weather.
Thanks, Nick. For this week in weather, you can predict some cloudy days along with some precipitation along the way. Today we have a partly cloudy day with a 36-degree temperature. Chance of rain, 10%. Moving on to Thursday, we get some cloudy days, 38 degrees. Friday, we have freezing rain with a temperature of 37 degrees. Saturday, we can expect some snowfall, another 37-degree day. And Sunday and Monday, we can expect cloudy days, with Sunday being 37 and Monday being 39. Tuesday, another partly cloudy day with a temperature of 41. I'm Seth James, and that was your weather report. Back to you, Nick.
Wow, cannot wait for Friday. Next up, we have Shelby giving us some information about a local charity called Kate's Cart.
Kate's Cart's mission is to provide a comforting diversion to hospitalized children while hopefully encouraging a love of reading by the kids and by the parents as well. It's just been amazing for us over the past 11 and a half years to hear the stories from the parents of how the simple gift of a book allowed their child to smile for the first time in a couple days because they weren't feeling well. After our daughter Kate passed, and the idea was to probably just go to Lutheran and to give out books for about a year with her memorial money. Well, after word got out of what we were doing, and obviously there was a need within Northeast Indiana, we've grown from just that first hospital at Lutheran to now we serve 20 hospitals. So our mission is for all children in the hospital. So we have books for the newborns. So those are the babies that may be born too early or born sick. And so it's a lot of the classic storybooks, a lot of I love you type, Goodnight Moon, Guess How Much I Love You books, just for the parents to read to their child, for the parent to be able to hear their voice. What is our goal? Well, our goal is to really impact the kids that are in the hospital. We're not necessarily thinking of growing super big right now into like going into Indy or another big market, but really looking at the hospitals we serve and how effective are we? Is every kid who's coming into the hospital being offered a book? And just making sure that what we do well.
Now for sports, we have our very own Jordan Denham.
Thanks, Devin. In the sports news, here are some boys' high school games that we played on Friday. The 5-8 Norfolk basketball team will go on the road against Wayne. This is a conference game for these two teams. The 9-3 Snyder basketball team will play host to the 4-5 Fort Wayne Concordia Lutheran starting at 7:45 p.m. Finally, the 11-1 Carroll will go on the road against the 4-6 Southside Friday at 7:30 p.m. Here are some of the girls' high school games that will also be played on Friday. The 7-9 Bishop DeWinger will go on the road against their school rival, the 12-5 Bishop Lures at 6 p.m. The 10-8 Norfolk will be on the road against the 3-14 Wayne at 6 p.m. And lastly, the 17-1 Homestead will be on the road against the 116 Northside at 6 p.m. This is your latest sports report, and we'll take it back to the anchors. Nick?
Now last but certainly not least, we have October with the cosmetology department. Now there are many pathways to choose from in this career academy at Anthus, but you would never expect the things you'll learn and how in-depth the students are into pursuing their future. We spoke to the cosmetology teacher, Mrs. Alyssa, and asked her to give us insight on what her 57 students learn on a daily basis. She reported by saying, obviously, we do the hair cutting, nails, makeup, but we also explained that it's a lot more than people might expect. History, chemistry, electricity, and anatomy are just a few curriculum subjects taught to her students. It's more than just hair and nails, Mrs. Alyssa said. We asked what inspired students to make this class, and many responded by saying they've always had a passion for the craft. Most students hope they continue their education in cosmetology. One student reported by saying, I always watched music videos and the woman would look so beautiful, and she always wanted to be behind the scenes of making that happen. Many students have a passion for cosmetology because they love the feeling of making people look amazing and unstoppable, a student said. It is clear that these students have a bright future ahead of them, and nothing is stopping them from pursuing their goals in life. If you're interested in cosmetology or any other career at Anthus, then you should go to fwcs.com and see what careers are in store for you.
Thank you everyone who turned in today.
We really appreciate you and hope you have a good rest of your day.